And then take a nice deep breath in again and pause at the top. And hold it. 3, 2, 1, and blow it out. And hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do one more cycle of this, inhaling for 4. Pause for 4. Exhale for 8. Pause for 8. And inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. And inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. We'll do 3 more rounds of inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. Last round. Very nicely done. Again, check in with that pelvic floor. Anchor into those hips. Grow nice and tall. Touch the top of your head and feel your crown grow long. And take a nice deep belly in and exhale that chin to your chest. Rolling only the neck forward. And without putting your hand on the back of your head, just notice on the exhale how the chin will deepen in the fold. Slowing your breath to just even breath. Inhaling, exhaling. Staying with it. Feeling on the exhale that lengthening through the neck. Two more breaths. And on the next inhale, inhale, bringing the head up. Taking a moment. Growing long in the crown. And on the next inhale, lengthen through the crown. And then exhale your neck and turn your nose to look over the right shoulder. Now, the interesting thing about only doing neck work to start with is that first opening movements, unless you've been awake for a couple hours, the neck will sometimes be cool. Find your breath, keep breathing. Same thing here, growing long in the crown. Exhaling, turning through to the right. No forcing. Now notice if your shoulders are coming up. If they're coming up, soften them down. Nicely done. Inhaling, growing long through the crown. Exhaling, turning to the right. We're going to do 3 more breaths here. Nicely done. Nice long inhale through the crown. Exhale. Long exhale. We're going to turn the head all the way to the left. Do this slowly. If you have tension in your neck, if you do it quickly, sometimes the vertebrae will be misaligned and it'll make you dizzy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just something to be mindful of. Take a nice deep breath in through the crown. Exhale. Look over your shoulder. Now, what I notice in my body is that I can look farther over my right shoulder than I can my left shoulder. There's no judgment in this. It's just a noticing of where I might be holding. Where might my restrictions be? Where might my resistance be? So the left side of the body is all about nurturing and caring for ourselves, the nurturing and caring for others. It's a more feminine side energetically. It's about gentleness. Interesting that that would be where my resistance is. So I'm just going to embrace that, bring my breath into the idea of softening in to caring for me. Take that in if that resonates with you. Blow out anything you don't need. Deepen that turn in your neck. On the next inhale, we're going to exhale, turn our head back to center. This time we're going to inhale long and exhale, lower our chin to our chest while lengthening through the crown. Changes the lowering of the neck. Bringing our hands behind our head without pressing, just the weight of your hands is going to encourage that. Now notice as you bring your arms up, that your shoulders come up too. What would it feel like to let them soften down your back? Oh, and I just looked down and I had let my core go, my belly button go. What would it feel like to lengthen through that pelvic floor? Engage that belly button back to the spine, lengthen through the crown, and let the weight of your hands lengthen this back of your neck. And you might notice that as you're doing this, you actually feel the opening all the way down your spine. I'm even feeling it into my hips. So as a body worker, as a massage practitioner, myofascial release, I have noticed over my years of practice that what is above, so is below. So if you're having tension in your neck, you're likely having tension in your hips. So what would it feel like to soften your hips, soften your jaw, feel the opening in the back of the neck. Releasing the hands, making them open wide, giving a little circle in the shoulders, inhaling, drawing up through the crown. Exhaling, turning the nose to the right. Inhaling long. Exhaling, turning the nose to the left. Inhaling. Exhaling, bringing your nose back to center. Inhaling long. This time, let your palm of your hand first go to the floor of the right hand, and then exhale that right ear to that right shoulder. So The reason we let that palm go to the floor first is so we get the sense of the ear chasing the shoulder. Now with the left hand, I'm so tight through the neck muscles that my hand came off the floor. So work that left palm down. You're gonna really feel it all the way from your ear, down the side of your neck, down your arm, into your fingertips. With the right hand, take an inhale, circle it up and over your head, and just let that hand rest on the side of your head. Sinking, opening it up. Breathing into it. Letting the body unwind in its own time. Now notice what's happening in the lower body. Did your pelvic floor go on vacation? Did you tighten your hips to hold you in place? Reverse that. Let the pelvic floor hold you. Bring the belly button back. And let those hips soften. And notice in the softening of the hips, the softening of the neck. Just notice. Bring your breath to the resistance. Two more breaths, nice and slow. Turn that thinking mind into the other room. Bring your attention back to your breath. And on the next inhale, release that hand. Exhaling, drawing that head up. Take a moment here, take a nice deep breath in. Notice the difference from the right side to the left side. Now, lengthen that left hand down to the floor. Let the palm go to the floor. Mine is working very hard to do that today. Softening out of the shoulder, lengthening through the crown. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, let that ear go after that shoulder. Now, working through that right hand, pressing the palm of the right hand to the floor. Inhale that left hand up. Exhaling, letting the weight of the hand come down onto the head. Feel the opening. How is this different? Now, this is a really good thing that you guys can do if you've been doing any work at your desk, anything that requires you to kind of look forward and down. Just notice how it opens up that whole neck body. Breathing into it. Notice what's happening elsewhere in the body. Sometimes when we begin to have some space and silence in between movements, the monkey mind loves to jump in and narrate. Just notice it, and then bring your attention back to your breath. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, releasing that hand, exhaling down. Taking a nice deep breath in, rolling those shoulders forward, up, and back. Begin to add some seated cat-cow to this. As you go forward, you can cat into it. As you go backwards, you can cow into it. So you inhale backwards, exhale forward. Really, if you have to get your elbows into it, you can. See if you can get those shoulders really moving. And so this really affects the first rib and the collarbone. In my body, it affects all the ribs, all the way down. We have 12 ribs on each side of the body. The last one being a floating rib, so it just kind of hangs out, but every other rib is connected to the sternum and to the spine. So the sternum is the breastbone. And we have muscles in between that. So see if you can get the sense of, in the inhale, those ribs expanding, and on the exhale, they contract, helping us breathe. Okay, we're gonna pause up here. Up here with our shoulders up near our ears. Does that feel familiar? Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale them up. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale them up. Exhale, drop them down. Inhale them up. Exhale, drop them down. This time, inhale up something that's really been bothering you, and exhale, drop it down. Again. One more time. Nicely done. This time, inhale them up. Exhale them forward. Inhale them back. Give that cow. Inhale them up and exhale them forward and back. Begin to really bring the whole spine into this. See if as you cat-cow, if you can feel the spine begin to have like a wave movement. Close your eyes. See what's happening on the interior. Really let those shoulders come up. Let them go down. Now, I find that I have a little more trouble bringing my shoulders forward than I do bringing them back. That's my training, my years of training as a small child being told, stand up, pull your shoulders back. But it's okay to move your shoulders forward too. One more time, nice deep breath in. Exhaling, let your hands come forward. Grab onto those legs right here in front of you. Grow up tall and long. Nice deep breath. Lengthen through that crown almost as if you're drinking in the sun. And then exhaling it back. Inhaling deep. So I keep having this beautiful vision of inhaling golden nectar, life. Blowing out, exhaling anything you don't need. Again, inhaling it in, drop those shoulders back. Lengthen through the crown, just a nice little back bend. Exhaling out. Coming back in, checking in with the self. One more time. Deep breath in, breathing in the nectar of life. And exhaling back to seated,